What's up everybody, Black Sun back again for another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the preciousness of Pokemon cards. Yes, it is time, isn't it? I've got something special planned for the 30th anniversary, and I thought, let's talk about this. I see a lot of people grading their cards, and I'd like to kind of talk about my problems with grading and why I don't think it's the best idea in the world. I'm just going to kick it off right away and say, number one, I don't trust strangers, y'all. I go back and forth with my brother about this all the time. He picks on me a lot. I don't trust people with my cards that I don't know. Like, who the hell is grading my cards? I don't know who they are. What if they have an agenda? What if they swap my card out for another one? I don't have all of the conditions memorized for all of my cards that I've ever owned in my life. I don't want to get screwed. I don't want to get taken advantage of and swindled, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really feel like it's a good idea to ship off your cards to random people at a company, even if the company, has a good reputation. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? They're not touching my cards. Those cards are going to be buried with me, and you know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's my first problem with it. I also don't think grading is good for the marketplace, rather, the proverbial marketplace of Pokemon cards. And the reason why is because as human beings, we love kind of collecting things, right? I've collected many things over the course of my life. And, the more precious we are about these things, the more devastating it is when we lose them. And I don't know. For me personally, I never like getting that precious about things too much because it drives my OCD through the wall. You know what I mean? Like, I get weird. Like, I'll put it in my closet and never touch it again because it's that precious, and I don't want anything to happen to it. And oh my God, even if it's in a protected case, what if it cracks? Oh my Lord, I can't handle it. So I try not to put myself in that situation where I have these things that I'm super duper protective of. I mean, my Pokemon cards are triple sleeved in a binder, but still I constantly check my closet. I'm like, are they there? Are they okay? I can't help it. It's just how I am. My OCD is a little crazy sometimes. So personally for me, I'm not big on grading for that reason. But I also don't think that the integrity of some of these arbitrary subjective numbers are good for the marketplace, because they're, look at WADA, whatever the hell they did with, what was it, Mario Brothers? It was like $1 million or whatever. And everybody just inflated the market, made the prices all super duper sky high, and made a lot of cards that nobody cared about 10 years ago very inaccessible. Another thing that I don't like, I cannot stand Logan Paul and his fake fan shit going on, guys. He's got that Pokemon, Illustrator card and all that stuff, and he did another rug pull Bitcoin scam or whatever the hell he was trying to do, where people could own a portion or a share of this card, the rarest Pokemon card of all time, I guess. And me, I just fucking hate this shit, guys. Because for me, Pokemon will always be my favorite game series of all time. It'll be my first and favorite till the day I die. And to see anybody, I don't know, it being all about the money and whatever, really just bothers the shit out of me. Sometimes people are like, hey, my dad comes up to my room and he's like, hey, you still have some of those Pokemon cards? And I'm like, egregious sin number one. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, what's that orange one that's worth like $500,000? I'm like, Charizard. And he's like, yeah, you got some of those? I'm like, no. It was never about the money for me. And I know it's easy to say that in virtue signal, but I mean it. I'm dead serious. Like, I'm not in the market, and I just hate what it's become. I made a video talking about this before, right? And I hate what Pokemon has become. And it really has become this, just common everyday sort of exchange between people who are looking at it as an investment. And that just really, my ego is like, hey, this is an insult to my childhood or whatever. Totally irrational, but that's what it feels like. It's like, our generation, I'm a millennial, I guess, we've been pandered to pretty hard over the last, 10, 15 years. And I guess it never really happened with our parents' generation. I can't think of anything that can be equivocal to what I'm describing. But maybe Gen X might have had been catered to and pandered to 20 years ago. 20 years ago. But you know what I'm saying? So I guess for me, it's like, it almost feels like manipulation, with all this market upticking and whatnot. But I've had people try to, when I mention to somebody at a card shop, like, hey, yeah, I've got my cards from childhood, the first thing they do is they offer to buy my entire collection. I kid you not. This happened to me 3 times over the last couple of years, and I'm like, dude, no, fuck you, first of all. I don't know who you are, you slimy investor. How dare you try to make a fucking buck off of what I love so much, and how much it means to me, how impactful the music and the art and the game design and the world and the electronics was to me, to see it so heavily commodified by some people who do care and some people who don't. It's emotionally confusing. So that's why, for me, I don't like the preciousness centered around Pokemon cards for a wide variety of reasons. But I didn't want to get into too many. I don't want this video to be too long. I've outlined a few. But yeah, I think the whole thing is super duper silly. Don't even bother going to conventions. The whole entire event is a circle jerk for resellers. And you're going to get fooked. And not in the way you're hoping. Not in the way you like. No. After a nice dinner date, you know what I'm saying? So it's just not worth it. Don't even bother. Just what I will say is, if you're going to collect cards, try your best to just follow these 3 rules. Now, I'm not saying you have to listen to me, whatever the hell. I'm just crazy grandpa over here. Like, I remember the 90s, But if you are looking to collect, I would say, if it's not peeling, if it's not scratched, if it's not bent, give it a chance. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at it from like, oh, this is going to buy me a house one day. Don't look at it like from that lens. Look at it from pure love and enjoyment. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure people are doing that. I can't generalize for the entire population of Earth, but I am saying that look at it from that standpoint, like, try not to overpay. The most, like I've said before, the most I've ever paid for a Pokemon card was $100. And that's because I talked a Japanese man who I had done business with prior. I talked him down from $200 to $100 for this, base unlimited, I think is what they called it, unlimited base set, base expansion in Japan. He wanted $200. I talked him down to $100 because I had done so much business with him, and he was very kind about that. And yes, all of my cards are real. I have checked them in multiple facets. Ain't nobody getting fooked over here. Let me assure you, I know what I'm doing. But it's very nice. So try not to overpay. Try not to lose the real reason why. I would say if anybody's looking to be a Pokemon reseller, don't do it. Like, don't do it, man. Don't do it. You got people getting shot out here. You got people getting fucking robbed. You've got people out here stealing each other's cards at shows and reselling them to other vendors. So, the Tao Te Ching warns of this. Anything that becomes too popular and too sought after will be acquired often at the expense of others. I know the Bible says that too, but I always read the Bible and the Tao Te Ching at the same time. So remember this, guys. Grandpa Black Sun's got your back, all right? Don't lose yourself, and don't get taken advantage of, and try to remember why you got into Pokemon in the first place. And I mean, Pokemon will always be special to me because it got me into Japanese from a very early age. I didn't know what I was talking about back in the day when I was younger. Like 8, I used to pretend I could speak Japanese, but I was just making sounds with my mouth, and my buddies were like convinced I could. And I was like, yeah, I've got a special book in my closet that I'm learning from. And they were like, can we see it? I'm like, yeah. I never showed it to them because it didn't exist, But from the very get-go, when I got those Japanese cards when I was like 7.5, 8 years old, that was a game changer for me. So, I guess I'll never not be annoyed about the state of Pokemon. Anything that becomes too popular eventually eats itself over time. Maybe I'll make a video talking about winds and waves and whatever the hell. But yeah, let's not lose the pure passion of why we got involved in this series in the first place. So anyway, guys, until next time, これからもよろしくお願いします。